Hello and welcome back. Now, in this video, we are going to perform one another lab. Here, we are going to connect our database instance from our EC2 instance. Of course, we are using Linux EC2 instance and it's really very interesting to perform this lab. So, let's start. Hello and welcome. I hope you are enjoying our AWS series. We have big plan to add Azure series, even videos for each and every DevOps technologies. But for this, we want some support from you guys. You can support us by only doing two things. First, subscribe to this channel. And yes, only subscribe to this channel if you are thinking that these videos is actually giving you some values. It will help you to pass any AWS exam like AWS Cloud Practitioner, Solution Architect Associate, or even Solution Architect Professional. Second thing is, share these videos with other IT professionals. Learning process is actually not expensive. If you are getting better or proper instructor or a mentor, it will really help you to develop your skill. If you are thinking that we are providing you a proper right path to improve your skill, your friends also deserve this, right? And for this, you have to share this channel videos with them. So, I am just requesting you to do these two tasks for me. One, subscribe to our channel and share with other IT professionals. Thank you. Now you can continue your video. First of all, I am going to give you introduction of this lab. In this lab, you will learn how to set up Amazon RDS database and connect to it from the EC2 instance. In this hands-on exercise, we'll guide you through the process of launching both RDS instance and EC2 instance, configure necessary security settings, and establish a connection to the database from your EC2 instance using MySQL client. It is actually real-world scenario. In the last video, we also created lab, but in last video, we have public access for our database, which is actually not best practice. We also use Workbench to access database graphically, but in real world, whenever we are actually, we have database programmer, they are always used to prefer command line. So we are actually following real world scenario here. So here we have 6 steps of process. In the step 1, we are going to create EC2 instance. We are going to create security group for EC2 instance. We want to follow best practices. So we will create one security group which is used to protect our MySQL client. Here we are not going to perform any extra thing. We are just going to allow port number 22. You may have questioned that why you are not allowing MySQL port. We don't need to worry about this because we are going to initiate connection from our EC2 instance. So here for outbound traffic, we have all traffic allowed, so we don't need to worry about it, right? Now when the database will get this request and when it will reply this, we have security group which is stateful, so it will accept this connection. So we do not need to allow MySQL port here in the EC2 instance. So let's create this, going to the EC2 dashboard from my AWS console. Here I am going to the security group. Here I have one default group. I am using default VPC as well. So click on create security group. Here I have to give name. Let's give this name according to the mind map. Now here I am going to write description. This is used to secure MySQL client EC2. Now we have only one VPC which is default. We are going to use this. In outbound traffic, we have all traffic allowed, so we do not need to touch this. In inbound, we are actually allowing only SSH. So here, SSH, which is using TCP port number 22, and I'm going to allow this from anywhere. So we just created one security group. Now we have to create another security group as well, which is to protect my RDS. So here we are going to give name RDS SG, and of course here we have to allow 3306 MySQL port, because whenever our EC2 instance will send this request to RDS instance, you must have port number 3306 open. And in outbound rule, we have all traffic allow. So let's create this. Going to the security group, create security group, giving name RDS SG, secure RDS instance. In the inbound rule here, I am going to choose MySQL Aurora, which is using TCP 3306 port, and I'm going to allow traffic from anywhere. In outbound, we are actually leaving it as it is. It is a default rule. So let's click on create security group. Now my security groups are ready. Look at this. Both are ready. So step 2 is also completed. Now step 3, here we are going to create RDS instance. We will create MySQL instance. We will create free instance, and we will only set up credentials. We are not going to touch any other option. You don't need to worry about this. In upcoming days, definitely we will discuss about each and every options. Okay. So right now I am in RDS. Here I don't have any database. I'm going to click on create database. Going with the standard create. Here I am going to select MySQL. Here we are going with the default version, which is MySQL 8.0.39. We don't need to worry about this. Here I am going to select free tier. Not going to touch any other option. Giving name MyDB. Let's say that my AppDB. Admin is a username. Let's provide password. Here, when we are going to assign password, don't use @ Okay. We are not going to touch any other option. We are going with the free DB T4G micro. We already selected free instance, so it is actually going to provide us this detail. Then going with the 20 GB, here we are using default VPC, and we don't want to provide public access because our EC2 instance is also in the same VPC, so it can access it directly. Now here we have security group, right? We already created this, so instead of default security group, we are using RDS SG. I just selected this. I don't need to worry about availability zone. Amazon will place this into any of 3 availability zone. So it will choose one and it will place them. So we are not going to choose anything here. Going with the all default options, and we are going to create database. Now here, when we are creating this database, it will take almost 5 to 7 minutes. So we are going to utilize this time, and we are going to create our EC2 instance, which will be our SQL client. Here we are going to create T2 micro. Amazon Linux will assign public IP, so I can access this client and install MySQL inside it. So here I am inside my EC2 dashboard. Going to click on launch instance, giving name MySQL client. Right. This is the client which is used to access database, database engine, create database table. We will create table inside the database. We will also add some record. So we are just giving this name. Here it is Amazon Linux. It is T2 micro. I have this key, so I am going to use this. Here I am going to use same VPC as I have in my RDS. And here we are also using public IP, but I have to click on edit because we have our security group that I need to select. So select existing security group, and we have this EC2 SG that I am going to select. Now I don't want to touch any other option. Let's click on launch instance. Now it is launching my EC2 instance, and it will be visible over here. Meanwhile, what we are doing, going to the database, Still it is creating. No need to worry. Here we are not getting this endpoint, but no need to worry. Where it is actually creating it, we are not getting it. So after 5 to 10 minutes, you will get it. And here we have this public accessibility no. So there is no chance that we can access this endpoint from outside world or over the internet. Okay, I think our EC2 instance must be ready. So what I'm doing, I'm going to open command prompt. Going to the downloads folder because my key is there. Now SSH -I. This is the key that I have. EC2-user. And here I am going to access this using SSH. So this is my IP and going to paste it. Yes, I got access of my EC2 instance. Okay, so here we have step number 5. Connect EC2 instance to RDS. Access EC2 instance using SSH. Now, in order to access my database instance and create database table inside this, I have to have MySQL client. So what I am doing, I am going to install MySQL client here. So first of all, we need to update this. No need to update, it is already updated. Now this command will install client. Now you may have one question here that it is MariaDB client, right? But MariaDB and MySQL is totally compatible. They have same origin. So all the clients and everything is compatible. So no need to worry. According to the Amazon document, we have to install MariaDB client in order to access SQL. Okay, MySQL. So it is done. Now we need to use this particular command in order to access this database. Here we have this command. Sorry, I know that you want to watch full video, but full video is now not available on YouTube. If you want to watch full video, I want you to go to our website. When you will go to our website, you will find out our course 100 Days YouTube Challenge. I want you to enroll for this course by paying only 499 rupees for lifetime if you are from India. If you are from outside of India, you just need to pay $7 US. Once you will enroll to this course, you are going to get all full videos over there on our portal. You are also going to get certificate after completing the course, and we have just uploaded 120 videos. We are going to upload another 120 videos as well. So there will be total 240 videos. I hope we are going to meet inside the class. Thank you very much.